Okay, this is leaf lettuce. It is organic leaf lettuce, and I always use this lettuce in my salad. I get it from the health food store. So what I'm going to do is I usually, when I get lettuce like this, I go through and find inferior leaves. So anything that's like kind of turning kind of brown or black, look like it got weird holes in it from like a bug or something, I usually just peel it off or break it off where I think it's not that great, like right here. I don't like this area, so I'm going to break this off and discard it. And so I'm going to take the lettuce, each leaf, like a layer, pull it off, and rinse it off. And always rinse your lettuce with cold water, so that way it won't get wilty. So I'm just going to rinse it off some, tap the water off, lay it on a paper towel until I get ready to spin it dry. So I'm going to do this whole head like this, and I'll come back with the next part for the lettuce. Okay, so I've just washed the lettuce and I put them on the paper towels over here, and I just kind of layer it. You know, each layer that I rinse off, I put them on a spread of paper towels so it can kind of start drying. So what I'm going to do now is I have my salad spinner here, and I should have did this before. There it goes. Had to pop the push button down out, and I'm going to take some of the leaves here and spin it dry. And I do that because I don't want a runny, watery salad. So I just throw them in there, and they're kind of dry anyway from the paper towels, but I want to make sure. So, and I don't put a lot in there because I want to make sure that they all get dry. Oops. Put on the lid and spin it. Kind of let it slow down before I take it off. Okay, so, and here you go. It is dry. So that's my little technique that I use to make sure that my lettuce stays dry once I rinse it. Then from there, I take the dry leaves and I put them in my salad bowl. Now I have two bowls here, and there's a reason why. So I will be showing you that later. So I'm going to take all my dry leaves, put them in here till they're ready for me to chop up, and go and finish drying the rest of these in my salad. Okay, so I spin all of my salad, my lettuce, and as you can see, there's water in there. That's what came off the lettuce after spinning it. The basket comes out, and you just dump this and wash it and dry it and put it away. Now, one thing I want to say about this salad spinner is that it's pretty cool because you can push down the little plunger top pusher, and that way it doesn't stick up because it's completely flat, and it makes it just a little bit easier to store. It is kind of big though, so I put it down in my cabinet. But when you want to use it, you just pull this little lever here, if I can get it pulled, and it pops up, and that's how you push down to dry the salad. Okay, so here's the lettuce, and all of it's dry, just about almost 100% dry. That little thing works just great. So now what I'm going to do is chop it up, and I'm going to show you how I do that because I like it chopped up a certain way, because I like my salad to have bite-sized pieces and not ginormous pieces where you're trying to shove it all in your mouth. So I like it for it to be kind of easy to eat, and I'll show you how I do that. Okay, so this is how I chop up the salad. I take a couple of the leaves, I put them together, stack them together one on top of each other, and my camera's running out of battery, great. And I roll it the long way. So, and then I take my knife and I chop it, and I go about quarter of an inch apart until I chop up the entire leaf stack. and it comes out in like these little stringy things here, and I put them in my bowl. And that's how I like to chop up my lettuce. It makes it nice bite size, easy to eat, no grabbing a big hunks of lettuce and shoving it in your mouth. So it's in these small little shredded pieces here. Makes it a lot easier to eat. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to put this salad together, so stay tuned. Okay, I had to go get my other camera because my Canon camera ran out of battery power. Okay, so now you're going to see why I have two bowls here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, this is my chopped up lettuce that I rinsed and dried in the spinner and then chopped up. And now I'm going to use my baby spinach. I'm just going to grab a few handfuls of baby spinach. I'm going to make sure I get baby spinach that's not wilty or anything like that. Because the secret to this salad tasting so good is that all of your ingredients, your onions, your tomatoes, your cucumbers, all of your lettuce, spinach, everything should be as fresh as possible, and it should be firm, clean and crisp. That's what makes the salad taste really good, and also last a bit longer because nothing in the salad's going bad yet. So, you know, and it is green, so you do have to make sure when you make this salad, you eat it up within a few days. And trust me, you make this, it's going to be gone quickly. Your family will love it. I love spinach, and I've often said why, because it has a lot of vitamin A in it and your chlorophyll. It's very good for blood pressure because it is a raw food and it's in its natural state. And I love the lettuce for the same reason. So if you can get these types of things, because lettuce and spinach, those types of things, they have a lot of vitamins and minerals in them. And you know, when you have high blood pressure, that's one of the main problems, that there's not enough minerals in the body. So the body kind of overreacts because it doesn't have the minerals in the body for your body's functions to work properly like it should. So I put a bunch of spinach in here. I'm going to mix it up. And the next thing I'm going to use, which I forgot to take a picture of in my ingredients picture at the beginning of the video, is flaxseed oil. Now, I get this from the health food store, and the reason why I love flaxseed oil is because it has all the fatty acids that your body needs. This is the type of fat that your body should ingest. And there's a couple reasons why I use this in the salad. For one thing, to get all of the, for the body to absorb all the nutrients, the vitamins and the minerals in the lettuce and tomatoes and onion, it needs to attach on the fat, because a lot of vitamins are water soluble, meaning that they dissolve out pretty quickly in water. So your body's mostly water, so you know, we don't want to urinate all this out. I'm sorry to be, you know, blunt, but that's my whole thing for this. So yeah, this has omega-3 fatty acids, omega-9 fatty acids, and omega-6. It has more omega-3 than omega-9 and 6. And a lot of our diet in America, you know, with the potato chips and things like that, is mostly omega-9. It's not enough of omega-3. So, you know, it's too much of a good thing, actually. So, and plus the way they prepare a lot of things with the fried chips and all that, it goes rancid. And once you do it that way, so we're getting it in this most natural form, cold press. I keep it in the fridge. As soon as I open it, I keep it in the fridge. And this does have a shelf life, so can't keep this oil forever. It is a raw food, so you know it's not going to stay forever. So make sure you use it up when you get it. And so I do this with every salad I make. It doesn't matter if it's a vegetable salad or a shrimp, my shrimp version of this salad. This is my base. I do this on every salad because I want to make sure that when I when everyone eats this salad and I eat the salad, that we're getting the most healthiest nutrients we possibly can get from the salad. Okay, so that's mixed up. So now what I'm going to do, and there's one thing I didn't show you guys, which I forgot to do, because this is Genoa salami. Now, I did not show you this because this is not a very healthy food, and yeah, it's kind of contradictory. I'm telling you to eat very natural, but I only do this because of the flavor, and the man in my life loves this, so I did not show myself chopping this up or putting it, but you may see me put it in a salad. It won't be very much of it because it does have a lot of sodium, so I'll probably just use maybe half this pack and roll it up and chop it and then put it in there. So I'm going to show you how to put the salad together. Stay tuned. Okay, so now I'm going to put the salad together, and what I do is I layer the salad. So this is why you guys saw 2 bowls at the beginning. Okay, excuse me. I have my my lettuce and my spinach that's been not drenched, just lightly coated with the flaxseed oil here, because of the health benefits that you get from flaxseed oil. It's the good fats, and it's good for your high blood pressure. Gets in there and kind of lubricates the veins and helps them be more elastic. So I'm going to start out with just a little bit of oil. I hope you guys can see that because I had to switch my camera. Just a little bit of oil at the bottom. Just a little bit. And why do I do that? Because I layered the salad. I want every bite to have a little bit of everything. And then I add a little bit of onion. So even if it gets down to the very last bite, you're going to get a little bit of everything. So there's no picking through this salad. No one's going to have to do that, because there will be a little bit of everything all throughout the salad. Okay, and then I start, excuse me, I also use kelp, because of the minerals that you get from kelp. It's loaded with minerals and iodine. Now, a disclaimer here: if you have hyperthyroid, not hypo, but hyperthyroid, which I have had that before, I would not suggest using a lot of kelp or anything like that in your foods, because what it does, it activates a sluggish thyroid. So that's why it's good for hypothyroid. So if your thyroid's kind of sluggish, you're gaining weight, you're having problems sleeping, and you go to the doctor and have it checked out, and they say you have a you get your TSH levels looked at and all that, and you have a problem there, an imbalance, I suggest you start adding this type of thing. So okay, so I'm going to start with the lettuce. So we're just going to do a whole layer here to kind of cover just the bottom part of the bowl. Then we're going to add, now this is my chopped up salami, Genoa salami. I did get this from the grocery store. Now, for those with severe hypertension, I do not recommend this. Omit this right here. Don't even buy it or put it in your salad, because it does have some nitrates in it. That's why I only use a very little bit. It's only in my salad because, like I said, my significant other likes it, and it does give it a nice flavor, and he's always like, where's the salami, when I don't put it in there. So this is basically for him, so forget this part. Okay, I don't want you guys to do this. If you have severe hypertension, do not do this at all. Okay, so here is my turkey that I got from the deli. This is supposedly supposed to be natural turkey off the bone, but you know, how are we ever going to know that unless we actually see it? But it does pretty much look like it did come off the bone. I mean, it comes apart in like little parts, just like, you know, if you had turkey meat. But I always wonder how they got it in a sliceable manner like that. But okay, so that, and then we're going to add some cucumbers. Cucumbers, excellent for your health, whether you have high blood pressure or low blood pressure or whatever, because it's a regulator. It is a BP regulator. So make sure you get this in your body. Cucumbers is mostly water, but it is loaded with minerals. So also, I suggest leaving a little bit of skin on some of the cucumber when you when you grate it up and chop it up, because a lot of the vitamin part, not the mineral part, but the vitamins are in cucumber, in the skin of the cucumber. So make sure you keep that on there. So like again, I said that the cucumber is loaded with minerals. So this is why I call this a super salad, because it's full of vitamins, minerals, fiber, the good fat, everything, and it's filling. And this is a meal within itself. You basically don't need anything outside of this salad, but if you wanted to, you could, but you don't need it. I mean, it's got protein, everything in it. So, you know, okay, so I'm adding a little bit of onion here. So, and I'm going to add some tomato. Again, we layer it so, you know, you get a little bit of everything. Every time you get a serving of salad, your family or you will get a little bit of everything, all the good things that the salad has to offer, so you'll never have to pick through it. Okay, so I'm going to use some of my kelp here. And this is okay to take if you have a regular thyroid. It's okay. It's not going to overact it or anything like that. But if you have hyperthyroid, again, I suggest not to add so much of this or omit it altogether. But if you don't have a problem with your thyroid or your hypothyroid, then go ahead and have at it. You know, this is definitely going to help. And again, this is full of iodine and minerals. So you want to have this in your diet when you have a blood pressure problem, because we want to get minerals anywhere we can, because high blood pressure actually comes from a lack of minerals besides stress and other things like that. So black pepper, as I said in another video, I like the taste of black pepper, so I'm going to just add a little bit here. And again, here is my parsley. Always, if you can, keep parsley in your diet, because herbs are very strong. People sleep on herbs. I don't know why. I mean, they are God's medicine. So it's like, you know, basically all herbs have a medicinal property to it. It always does something medically for you, something good for you. So this particular thing right here, this is dried parsley. It is supposed to be fresh, and I got it from the store because I had ran out of it that my mother makes. So I wanted to have something, so I got this. So, but I suggest using an all-natural dried parsley. Make sure it's all natural. There's no preservatives or anything in it. This one doesn't have anything but parsley in it. So, and it's pretty good. Again, parsley is a natural diuretic. You know, like I was saying in an earlier video, every time you take blood pressure pills, they always want to give you a diuretic. But that diuretic pill is doing more harm than good, I swear, you know, because it takes out all of the minerals and vitamins, especially potassium. It leaches potassium from your body, you know, so we want to make sure that we always put those things back in our system, especially if you're taking diuretics for a long time. It will zap your potassium. So we definitely want to be careful of that. And the next thing you know, they want to put you on these giant horse pills for potassium to try to replace it. But they're keeping you on the diuretic, which is absolutely insane. But you know, I feel like the medical community is still in a baby stage when it comes to actually health care. So I think health care basically comes from nutrition. I'm not saying you never need pills, but you know, sometimes you do, but you know, if you're taking the pills, you got to supplement with other good things like vitamin B, especially vitamin B complex if you're taking a diuretic or a blood pressure pill, because it zaps it quickly. Okay, so I just added some more turkey here. And I'm going to add my onion in this layer. Make sure they're pulled apart. And my tomatoes, sprinkle those around. The tomatoes are good because they have lycopene. So that's something you definitely want to keep in your diet too when you have any type of imbalance in your system. Also, vitamin C. I mean, you know, tomatoes full of vitamin C. So we have that, and we're going to add our cucumbers. And the extra step for him, just a little bit of this, just to give it a nice little bite. which I don't want you guys to do, but if you do, that's okay. If you don't have a health problem with blood pressure or anything like that, that's fine for you to do. But if you do, please don't add this. Okay, now I'm going to add some pepper, the kelp, and remember, kelp is a little fishy if you use a lot of it, so you know, do it sparingly. But it's going to give like I said, the salad minerals, also iodine, and also a little bit of a salt taste without leaching the water out of the lettuce and the tomatoes and the cucumbers. And I'm adding the parsley. And this is how I do every salad I make. Like, I make this base here. This base always stays the same. It's always lettuce, spinach, and flaxseed oil. It never changes. It doesn't matter what type of salad I'm making. I always use that. Okay, and then we got just a thin layer here at the top. And I'm probably going to make 2 salads because I have a lot here. So then we're going to add some turkey for the protein. The natural turkey doesn't have any nitrates, a lot of nitrates and stuff in it, or sodium. Then we're going to add our cucumbers. Excuse me. Pepper gives me every time, and I just love it. But, you know. Okay. So here's our cucumbers, and I'm going to do the onion. And I like the onion slivered like this because it's not overpowering when you take a bite. I don't really like big hunks of raw onion. I hate when I go somewhere and like at a restaurant and they have that. That drives me crazy. When there's giant pieces of lettuce and all that, I really feel like it's a ripoff. So, okay. Oops. Make sure there's enough in there. And I'm going to add his special treat that he loves so much. And you can layer this in any order. You don't have to be precise, but just make sure you get all of your ingredients, you know, in there. And tomatoes. Again, this is I even do this with the shrimp version of this salad. I make this salad with shrimp, and that's actually the picture you see on my YouTube channel, the banner. That's one of the salads I had made, and I took a picture, but I haven't done a video on that yet. So, but you guys get the idea. And that one I do add avocado, so for the good fats. Okay, so that, and right now, wipe off my hands. I'm going to add a little bit of kelp on this layer. Parsley, because it's a natural diuretic and it has other minerals in it. They help with lowering blood pressure. And pepper, because I like the flavor of pepper. Okay. That's it. This salad is done. This is a super salad. It is a meal. Like I said, you have your vitamins, your minerals, your iodine, your fiber, your good fats, protein. It's all in this salad. It's all here. So, you know, I suggest eating a salad like this probably a couple times a week, because that way you get a lot of nutrition just from a salad. So without having to make so many different different types of meals throughout the week, whatever, eat this a couple times a week, and this definitely help with probably helping your pill that you take for blood pressure, helping to kind of regulate your hypertension. Also, make sure you do some type of exercise. I'm not saying you got to go all out and run a marathon, but you really do need to do some type of exercise when you have hypertension. I have found that actually helps, because I think what it does is that if you have a sedentary life, all the fluids in your body kind of settle. and they settle and get sluggish, and the blood gets a little thick. So you need to help make sure that the blood is always pumping and that it's going through your lymph nodes and all that, and making sure that, you know, fluid is constantly going and not settling in one place. You know, like you sit down for a long time, your ankles swell up. So that should tell you something there. Okay, now one thing, people will make a great salad and then they'll get this salad dressing that's loaded with soy oil, soy protein, nitrates, all types of crazy stuff that makes your metabolism and your thyroid and your cardiovascular system go haywire. It does not know what to do with MSG, monosodium glutamate, soy oil, soy wheat, soy protein, because a lot of people in the United States, they're finding is actually have some type of allergy against with soy because of the way soy has been cultivated in our country. So I suggest that you make sure you get a salad dressing that does not have all of that junk in it. Now this is Lighthouse, and I did get this from the regular grocery store. This is jalapeno ranch. It is a little spicy, but it's not crazy spicy. It tastes really good. And as I said, the guy in my life, he loves this. It has a lot of stuff in it. It does have like milk products in it, but I have not seen it list soy. So, and I have eaten this and I don't get a reaction, meaning I don't get like watery eyes, a puffy face, and runny nose, all of that stuff that I normally get when something has soy in it, because I eat something that has soy in it and that's the first thing that happens. So I don't get that when I have this. So, but it does contain milk and eggs. So if anybody has an allergy to that, you know, you want to not probably use this type of thing. And like I said, it's really good. It doesn't have the nitrates, especially MSG is not in here. Thank the Lord, because MSG and nitrates and soy seems to be in everything that's out there, and they're wondering why people have hypertension, high blood pressure, diabetes, and all these other crazy things, and hormone imbalances. It's because of all that crazy stuff they're putting in our food. So I suggest getting something like that. They have other flavors. They have a regular ranch, which I don't really like that. It tastes kind of sweet to me, but you know, I try not to eat a lot of sweet things, so I'm kind of sensitive to stuff like that. They have blue cheese. They have all different types of flavors, and they all seem to be made with the same ingredients. So I think you probably should try this out. Again, please try and eat a salad like this a couple times a week, minus the salami. Don't do that, you guys. Don't put salami in if you have severe hypertension, like really, really high hypertension, and your pills don't even work. So don't do that. But, you know, the salad with all the other stuff in it, with minus the salami, with the tomatoes, with the lycopene and the vitamin C, the cucumbers with minerals in it and water, and the fiber from the lettuce, and the vitamin A from the spinach, and you know, the onions. Great, go for it. Also, make sure you add your parsley and your kelp if you do not have hypothyroid, and any other flavor that you want. Oh, another thing I wanted to add too, like there's another herb that people don't talk about too much. If I can find it, I will show you. Okay, cayenne pepper. Now, when you feel like your heart is, again, I'm not a doctor, okay, you guys, I'm not. These are just things, research that I've done and experience that I've had. And my mother told me about cayenne pepper. She went out and did a lot of research on cayenne pepper. It is good for lowering your blood pressure. You're like, cayenne pepper, what? Yeah, cayenne pepper. The thing is that the hotter the cayenne pepper, the better, but I wouldn't suggest sprinkling this all over your salad. What I would do is like get you a bowl of salad, put it some whatever dressing you like, minus the nitrates and soy and all that. Put it on your salad, because that would defeat the purpose of having a healthy salad. But and then add a little bit of cayenne pepper to your salad, and what that does, it kind of thins out your blood. So if your blood's running a little thick, you know, they're talking about you have high platelets or something like that. They told me that a little while ago. Add a little cayenne pepper to your food, because it will help to lower blood pressure. For some reason, it helps your heart. So if you guys go out there and check out, I think her YouTube channel is Dr. Akila, Akila. I think that's her name. I might put that on the video so you guys can check that out. But she talks about cayenne pepper and how she helped save somebody's life who was having a heart attack with cayenne pepper. It is unbelievable. So, you know, and then you do like research on the internet, and they do say it helps with cardiovascular issues, you know, and that's what hypertension is a cardiovascular problem. So, you guys, I hope you guys like it. Please try it. Please try to get as many minerals and vitamins and fiber and all the natural minerals, vitamins, and fiber in your diet as much as possible. And also good fats like this, because this type of fat is going to help all those minerals that's in here actually get absorbed in your system, because a lot of minerals are fat absorbable and not water soluble. So, you know, that's one thing I know. You guys try it out and stay as healthy as possible. Every meal should be a healthy meal. Thanks.